Good morning. This is Naz here on SG1 Radio. I know last week I said, not last week, in the last show I said I won't be doing any live shows this weekend. But you know what? I think some guests are so amazing and so exceptional that I really didn't want to miss out on this one. And this week we saw the release of a brand new TV series on Star Plus, Mehndi Hai Rachne Wali, and oh my, has it been welcomed with open arms? Like, what is this? And it's really nice to have something refreshing to watch, particularly as many of us in the UK are stuck in lockdown mode. And to make quarantine life a little bit better, I have a very interesting interview for you all. And joining me in today's live session is Sai Ketan Rao, who we are currently seeing as Raghav in Mehndi Hai Rachne Wali. Hey Ketan, how are you doing?
Hi everyone, I'm good. I'm super duper fantastic and I'm enjoying each and every day of my.
Honestly, it's so lovely to see you, and virtually as well. And I'll be honest, I know how, before you were saying how, your heart's pumping as well for this interview. My leg was shaking when I was just doing this interview, this intro, by the way. So just calm down a bit. Doing. And a lot of your
Yeah,
fans as well have sent me some questions. So I'm going to incorporate all this within our interview. But Ketan, I understand that you studied engineering at university. So how did
yeah,
that split
engineering and MBA.
come about?
It's engineering and MBA. I studied engineering,
Engineering, oh my God, that's quite intense,
also
man.
MBA after engineering.
Yeah, it's quite intense.
Yeah, quite intense even in studies.
So when did you think that you didn't want to go into that line, but go into acting?
Acting was my actually it was interest from when I was in 10th class when I was in my school. I wanted to do acting. I told my parents. First, I told my mom since I'm very close to her. So like, mom, I want to do acting. I don't want to do studies, but of course, I was very good in studies also. But at the same time, I always wanted to do acting. I want to explore myself as an actor. I was inspired by the great actor Shah Rukh Khan. I was
Yeah,
inspired by thing. And I really wanted to explore myself as an actor. And then they told, okay, fine, now you can do acting. It's your wish. That's your job. But definitely you have to complete your studies. You have to complete your engineering and also MBA, and then you'll get into acting. Okay, fine. Then I agreed to that. I had to agree to that. And like, yeah, I agreed it. I completed engineering. I completed MBA, and then I joined a theatre school here in Hyderabad. The school name is Ramanadu Film School. So it's a film school. So I joined there. I learned about acting, also about different sectors of film. How is a film made? Like into direction, I learned into direction, about cinematography, about VFX, about editing, about art department. So I have knowledge in all these sectors, in all the 24 crafts of film. So it
that's
really worked
amazing.
out.
It is really amazing. I know you briefly mentioned your inspirations, but I do have a question from one of your fans, Shahnaz Sheikh, who was saying, growing up, was there anyone particularly you used to feel inspired by or someone who's your role model? I know you mentioned Shah Rukh Khan, but in terms of
Yeah,
anyone personally as well, do you have any role models?
my role model first, I can tell, like my first role model is my mom, and I really get inspired by seeing her. She is absolutely a fantastic super duper mom, and she's more of a friend to me. She's less of a mom, more of a friend. She always guides me. So that's the thing. And in acting, I always love Shah Rukh Khan sir, and he has always inspired me. In Telugu, I like Nani, I like Prabhas, I like Ravi Teja, I like Chiranjeevi. They're like good, big time actors who have proved themselves, and I really take inspiration from them.
That's amazing. And you briefly just answered another of your fans' questions. Actually, I don't know who had asked. Who was your favorite actor, which you really nicely set out.
My
But
favorite oh, there are a lot of actors coming from Bollywood, coming from Tollywood, coming from Tamil industry. So I love each and every actor. I can say I love each and every actor because each and every actor has their own unique attitude and unique attribute to their own method. So I like it. So that's the thing.
it's great. And you play the role of Raghav Rao in
Raghav
Mehndi
Rao.
Valley,
Now
which
Raghav
airs,
Rao.
yeah, which airs on Star Plus. Like, can you tell us a bit about your character in the show, particularly for those odd people who aren't watching the series, but will
Yeah.
start watching it after seeing you now?
I'm quite happy. First of all, it's just been like today's 21st. So on 15th, we released the first episode. It's just
Yeah.
like 5 6 days, and we are getting like enormous amounts of response from audience. They're liking the show, the role of Raghav Rao, the role of Pallavi, each and everything. They are liking the cinematography in the serial, and like each and everything is at par. Everything is like above level in the show. And coming to the role of Raghav Rao, Raghav Rao is a guy who is from Hyderabad basically, and he can speak in Telugu because he's from a Telugu background, and he can't speak in a clear and in a what do you say in a he can't speak Hindi so much like uh, in a professional manner. He can't speak Hindi because he's from a Telugu background. So he talks in a very broken Hindi, and his Hindi is also a bit of comedy. People find it very much interesting actually, and he has gone through a very agonizing pain in his past because he's a self-made man. He's super duper rich. He's a super duper rich, affluent guy in the society, and he doesn't trust women actually because of his past. Whatever happened in his past, we'll be revealing this the story like who, when, why, what happened to Raghav Rao, and why he's like this now. We'll be revealing each and everything very like in the next coming episodes. So I think in next like by seventh or eighth or by 10th episode, this like what the past of Raghav Rao will be coming, the younger
Yeah.
Raghav Rao, what happened to his parents and what happened to him. So it will be so it's very agonizing pain what he suffered, and that's why that pain transferred the person into Raghav Rao.
It's looking really good. And when I saw the pre-cap as well for
The
next
main
week's
twist of the story
episode,
is
it
like
was
the girl
amazing.
Pallavi is from a Marathi background.
Yeah.
Her full name is Pallavi Deshmukh. So she's from Marathi background and she's actually a widow.
Yeah.
She's basically a widow, and we both meet on a very negative note in our first meet. So
Yeah.
that's both
Very
strike.
negative.
Very
And
negative
you
note.
also received the slap as well.
Yeah. Exactly.
The massive chart on the face.
And oh, she actually did slap me for the real. It really
Really?
like wow, okay, but
Was that
okay, fine.
hard?
I'm just going with the short. I told her don't cut it, don't cut it. Like we'll just continue with the short because if it's cut, then of course the flow is broken. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm quite happy that that scene also came really well.
Yeah, that's come across really, really well. And I have a question from Maria as well. What made you choose the role of Raghav Rao?
The role of Raghav Rossi, you can see as people, yeah, we are getting a enormous amounts of response, especially from Raghav Rao also. So this role is very interesting since he can speak in Hindi, he can speak in Telugu, and he has a very raw and very rustic emotions hidden inside him. So this all the characters, this all the attributes of that role made me to take up Raghav Rao actually,
Mm.
and really like it because it's not something like very a conventional guy or very soft-spoken guy what we see regularly in the serial. There's very something very different even from the first episode. You must have seen I got an opening fight sequence there. I'm
Yeah.
hitting guys, and like yeah, it is very raw actually. It is very rustic and raw. The emotions
He
are
also
very.
has a sensitive side to him as well, actually. During the initial episodes, especially when
The
he's
society
trying
thinks
to move
that Raghav
forward
Rao
from.
is actually a villain. He
Yeah,
is a villain actually. The
yeah.
society thinks that he's a villain. He's like anti-hero guy.
Not your conventional hero, but I think it's a bit interesting how the episodes develop. We'll see the different layers and different shades to this
Exactly.
character. But
Yeah.
Raghav is very interesting in terms of being a
He's
character.
very. You will be also seeing Raghav Rao like breaking down to the worst in the coming episodes. He will
When
break
he
down.
kicks the barricade.
Yeah, yeah. He
That's
only
interesting.
opens up in front of his sidekick, that is Farad, and Raghav treats Farad as like his best friend, his brother, and he's like next to Raghav Rao.
Yeah.
He always takes care of Raghav Rao. So he's like good sidekick for Raghav Rao. So he always he opens in front only in front of Farad.
Yeah. No, that's really good. And Raghav and yourself have a same surname, but in terms of similarity, how similar or different is Raghav's character to you?
Oh, okay. Uh, yeah, I can say yeah, it is similar in a lot of way. Yeah, the first of all, the names are like quite matching, like Sai Ketan Rao and Raghav Rao. But yeah, in a lot of ways, in a lot of manner, um, it also like it is matching in a lot of ways. So yeah, even in the emotions, it is very frank. Even I'm very frank, and I open up like I blast off like boom. It's something like that, and yeah, it is very close. Like Sai Ketan Rao, the role of Raghav Rao is very close to me also. What I can say.
I can imagine. And what kind of prep work did you do to fit into the shoes of Raghav?
I saw the movie of Agnipath, the old Agnipath of Amitabh Bachchan
The
says.
original, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The old movie Agnipath, and the creator of the show Sandeep Sikand sir, he told me to just watch the film once, and just you have to get a taste of that. You have to get that swag. You have to get that attitude also, and that's it. Since I can speak in Telugu, I can speak in Hindi, so the language was never a problem for me. Only the
Yeah.
swag and the attitude, the body language, what they wanted, and they are getting it now.
Yeah, and it's impressive because you mentioned obviously the languages, and you are very, multilingual. So I had a question from Varda from Germany. He says that
Yeah.
after watching Mehendi Hidachinwali, all she can say is that the drama is really cool and unique, and your acting is super. So she would like to ask whether you had any troubles speaking in Hindi for real, because
No,
we understand you're half
I
Maharashtrian and
didn't had
half.
any problem speaking Hindi. Actually, I did a Hindi show before.
Yeah,
It's a web series. For the web series name is 3 Hour Bottles. It's for Z5. So it's a proper Hindi web series. So I was speaking like fluent Hindi in that. So I never had a problem like speaking in Hindi or Telugu. I can speak in both languages very fluently.
yeah. No, that's really good, and I think definitely it's amazing, and it opens up more opportunities as well when you know languages.
As an actor, I have that flexibility of jumping from one language to another language. So it,
Absolutely, and even like living in the UK as well, I realised, and when you put on your CV, actually I know more languages. I don't just know English. They're like, oh, that's good. We could do with
when the
someone.
first time was aired, many people were like shocked, like how come this actor so fastly jumped from Hindi to Telugu and again from Hindi, like zoom, in a flash, and
It's
people are
impressive.
amazed with that, the speed, the language, how I was jumping from here to there, and they were amazed, like whoa, there's something very different on Hindi television actually. So they have not seen something like this for I think from ages,
Yeah.
and there's something very different.
Yes, it is interesting. I have a question from Guria from the US, who is like a massive fan of you, by the way, and she's super happy to see you as the main lead in Mehndi Hirachewali. So she asked, have you ever thought about having your beard aside from the role of Raghav Rao? I know
I
beards are a very
what
personal topic with men.
what was it? What was the question?
Have you ever thought about having your beard aside from the role of Raghav Rao? Would you be keeping your beard after? Or
Uh, if the scenes are demanding, like I have to remove the beard, I have to remove the beard. But as of now, the beard would be there because it suits Raga, bro.
yeah, I've noticed beard topics are very sensitive with
But
men.
no, Raga bro is looking good with beard. Yes.
Yeah, I think she agrees too. So that was a question from Guria from the US. But Ketan, I do know it's very early days, but what has been your most memorable moment on shoot so far on the sets of Mehndi
On,
Hirachinwali?
on the shoot so far, yeah, there's one day there. Actually, we didn't start the shooting of the show actually, and last year in 2020, September 5th, we did the demo film, the demo shoot of Mehndi Rashnewali. So I stay in Hyderabad, and I went to Bombay for the demo shoot. And once I went there, I saw like there were 7 people shortlisted for the role of Raghav Rao, and I was not knowing about this. They just called that you have to come to the demo shoot. We are shooting with you. So I thought it's only me. And when I went to the set, there were like 7 guys shortlisted for Raghav Rao, and similarly in the even for the female lead, there were 7 girls, and like we are made into pairs, and we are supposed to do the same scene. Like they made to do the same scene from with each and every pair, and then that was a really fantastic moment because I was shocked. Well, I don't know. Then the manager told me for the role of Raghav Rao, there was like close to 300 to 400 applications what they got for the role of Raghav Rao, and then they shortlisted from all these applications 7 guys, and then I was there. So this was a very much big time memorable moment. What I can say, because I loved it. And when once I went to the set for the demo shoot, I was shocked, and I thought I may not get selected for the role of Raghav Rao because there are many big time actors there in that seven people. I didn't had any hopes. I just kept only one thing in the mind. They gave me the dialogue script. I just went to the dialogue script. I just thought I should give justice to the lines, and that's it. I'll just come out after it. That's it. And I gave my shot, and I just went off my home. And after like 10 or 15 days, I got the call from our producer, sir. And he called like, Ketan, yo, you're doing wonderful. You're amazing. I just love your performance. So you're doing the role of Raghav Rao. I was like,
And then,
okay, sir, let's do it. Let's rock it. It was a
oh my
like
god.
big process actually. It was a very big process. There was a big filtration what we had, and that's how I came in.
No, I think you appreciate. So many of us are glad that you're playing the role of Raghav Rao, and I
Yeah,
can imagine as an actor as well that you have a very hectic schedule. So
yeah.
how do you manage your time? Like, what is the typical day like of Sai Ketan Rao?
My daily life, my I get up at around 5:30 in the morning. I go to the
Wow.
gym. To the gym by 6 o'clock. I'll be there in the gym. So by 6 to 7:30, I'll be there in the gym, and by 8 o'clock, I come back to my room. I get freshen up, and by 9:30, I'm on the set. I'm on the
Oh
set
my
for
god, I don't know how you wake up so early. I mean, these
yeah.
days I'm working from home and I just about wake up before 9 o'clock.
And by 9:30, we are on the set. We start the shooting by 10 o'clock. I'll get ready with the costumes and the makeup and everything, and then by 10 o'clock we start the shot, and we pack up by around 7:38 or 8:30. Also, we it happens. So yeah, so that's how the my daily life is from past. I can say from past 2 years. That's what I'm going through.
Gosh, that's quite hectic actually. Do
From
you have any free time? Like, what would you like to do in your free time when you get that free time?
I usually don't get free time, but whenever I get free time, I'm into sport activities. I play a lot of soccer. I go to gym. I go to swimming. I love to do go karting. I love to do go karting. So I was also amateur go karter player, and I went to many competitions also in go karting. And I was also into boxing also during my college days. So I used to do a lot of physical games and all. So that's what I do. And usually, if I get any free time, I make that free time into some work time. I meet a few producers or few directors
Yeah.
whom I know, and they want to meet me since I can't meet them during my shoot time. So they're like, "Sir, if you're free, then we'll just catch up and we'll have the discussion about the story or the project, something." So that's how my time is going through from past 2 years.
You're very hardworking indeed, and is amazing.
During lockdown time, I was working. Like we
Working. How are you working during lockdown?
work from home. So
Work from
yeah, no, we were shooting. We actually shot a web series in lockdown. So
yeah.
what we did, we stayed in single apartment. We shot in one single apartment. The story is like actually like this, a very different story. It's going to come. It's a web series, and the story it happens only in one single apartment. So we are all staying in one single apartment for the next 20 to 25 days. We didn't go out. We just got everything. We got the food and supplies and each and everything, and we were just shooting there in the same apartment. It was like very fantastic time what I had during that pandemic situation also.
Yeah, good memories to have actually during the pandemic. I mean, we're still in lockdown mode in the UK, so
Yeah.
even now broadcasting from home it's become quite a normal thing now. But yeah, hopefully things will get a bit better. But I do have a question from Shika, who's saying, "What's your favorite current song?"
What's my favorite song?
Current song, yeah. What's your favorite current song?
My favorite. I have a lot of songs actually. It's not songs. I have a lot of singers who I love. Who I love to listen them. Yeah, there is one. The first singer whom I can say is SP Balasubramaniam Garu. He's a very
Jen.
famous singer, and he's not there right now in this world. Unfortunately, he just expired around like 3 to 4 months back. And he's a very senior singer. I love his songs. I love Atif Aslam's songs. I love Ajit's songs. So there are many singers whom I like. There in Telugu, I like Sid Sriram. I love his songs. So I like melodious songs. Melodious songs, what I like.
Same here actually, and I have to say India has lots of amazing artists. and lots of fantastic songs. And S.P. Balasubramanian ji, he was amazing. I loved his songs from the 90s particularly.
Yeah, especially the 90s and 80s. So they
Yeah,
were like famous songs, like famous, very nice songs.
yeah.
Even
Is
they
there
are
any examples you
they're
can give?
evergreen, what I can say.
Any names of songs you can give, perhaps?
Yeah, there is the first song. What is it? In Telugu, the name is Telusa Manasa. Telusa Telusa.
Yeah.
Telusa Manasa. Idi. So it's like something like that. So,
That was really good attempt, actually.
yeah, it's
You sing
something
very
like that.
well.
And even Atif Aslam songs are like Arjit's songs.
Yeah,
So that's the thing.
there's so
And
many,
there is one more song in Gitanjali. That song is one of my favorite songs. Gitanjali is an old movie. The hero is Nagarjuna. Nagarjuna, you must be knowing, he's a very famous Telugu actor, Nagarjuna. And there is one song like Om Namah. Om Namah. Yeah, yeah. The tune is something like that. It's
yeah.
fantastic. You should learn. You should just see the song. It's there in YouTube also.
Yeah, well,
So
I'm going to definitely check it out after this interview.
yeah, it's all
Um,
90s songs. What I'm an old school guy. I don't even know how to use Snapchat.
I don't have a
Many
Snapchat.
people are asking me, please come on Snapchat. I like, okay, fine, I'll come on Snapchat. Soon I'll come. I just joined Twitter like few days back, around 2 3 days back. I just joined Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, using Instagram is only for me a big thing as of now.
It's crazy because there's so many social media platforms. I mean, I
Yeah.
downloaded Snapchat. The day I downloaded it, I mean, a
Now
few weeks later,
Twitter, they
I
want
uninstalled it.
Snapchat, and so many different applications they want. Like, okay, I can't be in so. I don't even have so much of time being in so many different social media sites.
No, I can totally imagine. Oh my gosh! But a few, early on in the interview, you mentioned, the South Indian industry as well, and I understand you had a very successful acting career in the Telugu entertainment industry, and
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
worked in several films like Ajay
Ajay
Pasayadu,
Pasayadu. And there is
and
another film going to come in March or April. Mostly in April, we are getting the film released.
yeah,
The movie name is Pelli Kutru Party. So I have done
yeah,
the second lead in that, and that role is actually very different role.
yeah,
I'm a comical guy in that.
yeah, comical from angry
Yeah,
young
yeah.
man to like comical now.
From total different shade in that. So I'm so much angry in this role in the role of
Yeah.
Raghav Rao, and in that in that role I'm totally like a frustrated comical guy. There
Oh my
are
gosh.
like many shades. As an
Yeah,
actor, I love to do different roles from
yeah,
different emotions. It likes I like to play all these roles.
yeah.
It's nice to explore
Yeah,
different
very
emotions.
interesting. Like how what made you want to make that switch to Hindi shows from doing Telugu films? Was there any,
Switching for Hindi, like it is, I since I can speak in Hindi, I always wanted to enter into a Hindi platform also, since I can speak in Hindi. And the role of Raghav actually made me to jump in without any thought and without any first thought. It made me just jump in because the role is so much interesting. The role of Raghav, I loved the role of Raghav. So that's why I'm there.
and Raghav Rao is a very good, interesting character as well. And speaking about characters, you mentioned Z5's web series, Three Half Bottles, and where you played the role of Aditya. So how did that come about?
Aditya is a guy. He's a guy where he's commitmental phobic. He doesn't like commitments in relationship. He can't stand into commitments. So he's always scared that am I going to get breakup today or tomorrow? He's always scared in that manner. So that's the story of Aditya and Three of Bottles. It's a very interesting role. It was nice playing Aditya also.
Yeah.
Because since he's very much commitmental phobic about his relationship, and he actually gets dumped by his girlfriend in there.
Yeah. You know what my next question is going to be, Ketan? Are you scared of commitment as well, like Aditya?
Am I?
Are you scared of commitments like Aditya, or you just say you're a bit different to Aditya in this?
No, I'm not scared of commitments. In reality, I'm not scared of commitments.
No, I
It's
just
only
thought
for the role of Aditya, just playing the role of
it
Aditya.
was just interesting to play that role. But you've worked on loads of great projects, and out of all the projects that you've worked on, what would you say has been your most favorite so far?
My favorite as of now, it's Raghav Rao from Mendi Rashnawali. It's the latest and the most loving character I have ever played. I loved the role of Raghav, so that's my favorite as of now.
Oh, no, that's really great. And what would you say has been your changing point in your life? A question from Shubham Srivastava.
What was the question?
What would you say has been your changing point in your life?
My changing point in my life is the day when I thought that I should become an actor. That was my the most changing point in my life because it's not a conventional life of what I can say. Like in my family, there everyone is doing job or they are having their own business, and like doctors or engineers, they are doing some software job, and that's what my parents also thought. Like, okay, he will also get he'll complete his studies, he'll do his engineering, then he'll go and do some good job there in some good company. What that was the planning, and I told them I want to do acting, and that was my changing day. Of
Yeah,
course, we had a big fight in the house. It
I
was
can
not.
imagine.
We had a very big fight in my house, and no, I was very sturdy in my decision. I just wanted to do acting, and that's it. So it was a very big day for me
Yeah,
to
I can
overcome.
imagine. Quite a few parents do have certain reservations. Do you know any reason why your parents weren't initially had some reservations about the acting career?
Because the career, acting career is something like very much unstable. What you can
Mm.
say, it's very much unstable. So that's why they were always scared. But now they're actually very happy
Yeah, they
seeing
must feel so
me in
proud.
different roles and getting the graph is only increasing. So they're actually very happy.
Yeah, and it's only the
I
start
will
because
be
we
my
go.
own production house also. I would be soon opening my own production house. So I would be getting to different sectors also of filming. That's
Yeah, that's fantastic. And are there any kind of particular roles that you'd like to try in future?
any particular
Yeah, any particular roles that you'd like to try in future?
roles. Yeah, there is one particular role. I want to play a role of a spy.
Oh, interesting.
A spy. So that's the role what I want to play. Definitely, I'm sure that I would be doing a role something like that of a spy,
Any,
assassin, spy. What I want to do.
right, that's any particular spy assassin you feel inspired by fictional characters?
Yeah, definitely James Bond.
Yeah,
No, there's nothing about that. James Bond 007.
of course, of course. But Kevin, what can we expect to hear from you in the upcoming months? After Mehndi Rashtrawali or anything alongside Mehndi Rashtrawali? Are you working on any projects?
Alongside, yes, there are movies and there are web series that are going to come. So I have played the lead in that. So the next movie, what I'm doing is like Pelli Kutru Party that's going to come. It's already over. Only the dubbing part, the post production part is left. So it's there in the production now. The post
Oh, wow.
production it will be coming out in April time. After that, there is another movie and there are two web series. So no, sorry, the three web series. I lost the count of that.
You've got a
So.
busy, busy year. I think 2021 is going to be your year, definitely.
Each and every project what I do, I make sure the character is different from each and every project. I
Yeah,
love different emotions and all, so that's why.
yeah. No, that's fantastic. And how do you feel to see so much love from your fans? Like, and a question from Shika as well. Do you read the reviews and comments of your fans?
I do read the comments, I do read the reviews, I do read the message requests what I get in Instagram. I get a lot of messages in Instagram. They're like they're not close to more than 1,000 messages but whenever I get free time I do check the messages and all. And yeah, I'm actually very thankful to my fans, to my audience, and to my well-wishers that they have appreciated the role of Raghav Rao and next upcoming roles also what I'm going to do. So I'm sure that they love it. So I should be very much thankful for the love and wishes what I'm getting. Thank you. Thanks to my audience and fans. I love you
No,
all.
that's really sweet. And we've also got the official Sai Ketan Club on Twitter have asked me to convey this
Yeah,
message to you.
yeah.
Uh, So they've said the SKR Army love you at infinity and only want you to grow every day and stay happy always. That's really sweet. You've actually
Yeah.
got loads of fan
Good
clubs.
night.
This
Yeah,
fan
they post about me some photo or something they post about they keep some clips about this skill, about the show they keep, or they watch my photos. It's good. It's nice to. It's good to get surrounded with all this positive vibes around me. So I do see all these things, and I feel great each and every day. It's
No,
nice.
it's really lovely. And any words of advice, Kirtan, that you'd like to give to anyone who's looking to enter the world of acting?
Not I don't want to give any particular I don't want to give any particular advice, but I just want to tell you only one thing. If you want to do something in your life, if you have a goal in your life, just do it. Just keep the main concentration, keep the focus. It will take time, it may take time, maybe it may take a time of year or 2 years or 3 years, but definitely you'll reach it. Definitely you'll reach it. So just keep a 100% effort in that. That's it.
Yeah, is a good one. So, how can people follow you and your work and keep up to date with you generally? Are you active on any social media platforms?
I'm mostly active in Facebook and Instagram. So first is Instagram and then is Facebook and third is Twitter. I should get active in Twitter also now. Since like 2 3 days back, I just logged in Twitter. So so mostly I'm
Yeah.
active in Instagram.
No, that's great. Well, Kirtan, it's been really lovely speaking to you on SG1 Radio today. Honestly, I just don't know how amazing it has been to like speak with you and also convey the messages of your fans as well. And we all really want to see you grow, and it feels like a really proud moment actually to have you on here and speak about your journey as an actor. Yeah, and thank you so much, and all the very best.
Thank you, Nazan. Have a
No,
good day.
yeah, have a
Bye.
good day too. And thank you all those who tuned in today.